Are new and encouraging signs tonight that the disruptive COVID Omicron surge appears to be subsiding. The United States still averaging an ungodly number, 650,000 cases a day. But you can see here, the infections have begun declining steadily over the past week and a half or so. Hospitalizations trending in the same direction. Across the country, more than 140,000 people are in hospitals with COVID. That's a 7% drop from a week ago, according to the HHS data. Deaths remain horribly high right now, but they'll likely decline soon since deaths usually lag a few weeks behind cases. Many health officials say it's still too early to tell whether Omicron will be the last disruptive surge. But today, Dr. Fauci appeared optimistic. He says we could be nearing a point where the nation has enough immunity from COVID, either from infection or vaccination, to protect against a future variant.
If you get enough protection from either infection plus boost or infection plus boost again, or vaccination with boosting, hopefully, but you will get a level of protection in the community that even if you get another variant, that you will not see a surge associated with that variant, but you'll have enough background immunity to protect against it.
Yeah, that said, you may have seen some alarming headlines over the past few days about a subvariant, something they call stealth Omicron. So far, it's been detected in dozens of countries, including the U.S., but experts stress it's not a cause for panic. CNBC's Meg Terrell covers science and medicine for us. What do you know about this subvariant?
Well, Shep, it's called BA2, and it's a version of Omicron, but it has a number of mutations that make it different from the first strain. The reason it's sometimes referred to as stealth Omicron is because it doesn't have the same marker as the original that makes it stand out on PCR tests, but it is still detectable as COVID. Now, right now, more information is needed, but most experts agree BA2 appears to be more transmissible than the original Omicron. It's rising quickly in Denmark and many European countries, so some expect it will become the dominant variant in the U.S. as well. Its growth led the UK last week to designate BA2 a variant under investigation, even though the proportion of cases there is currently low. The other key questions are, is it more severe, and will current immunity stand up to it? Both of those questions need more research, but virologists say early evidence suggests it's not more severe, and that they do expect that both previous infection with Omicron and the vaccines and boosters should provide protection. So will this lead to yet another surge? Well, it's early to say, but Tulio de Oliveira, one of the researchers in South Africa who first alerted the world to Omicron, notes that BA2 is growing there even as cases are coming down overall. So the thought is most likely not a new surge, but scientists will, of course, keep watching, Shep.
Meg, there's also new research on long COVID long haul, and a potential way to figure out who's at risk.
Yeah, a new study that looked at a couple hundred patients with COVID identified 4 potential risk factors for the longer-term effects of the disease. They include type 2 diabetes, how high the level of virus is early in infection, reactivation of another virus called Epstein-Barr, and the presence of autoantibodies, ones that attack the body's own tissues. Of course, more work is needed, but researchers say the findings could help guide clinical trials to find ways to treat and prevent long COVID. Additionally, in a separate study this week, scientists identified a marker in the blood that may be linked with long COVID, suggesting it could be possible to develop a blood test to determine risk for the condition. That's also a ways off, but progress.